Good evening, London.
Evening, ladies and gentlemen, hope you're all well. It's on the channel DP Audits. He's a legend, to be honest. I met him in Manchester. I passed, I was with him a few times, to be honest, and then we had a drink in the Piccadilly Gardens bar at the end, and he was there as well. And he was a legend, to be honest, and not just on that day. I've thought from many of his videos, to be honest. He's got some real good videos, and he takes no shit off the police. He says what he thinks. Even in this now, he's saying about his daughter and stuff. And yeah, he says what he thinks, and I like the fella, to be honest. I like the fella. So is this video here? Andy Public's there as well, and so if you watch this video, I won't play it all. I'm just going to play a left winger here. So yeah, Andy Public's there. There's another couple of YouTubers there, to be honest, and Andy Public gets his phone nicked by one of the migrants. So this is why you should come and watch Andy Public's video and DP Audits video as well, because there's more happens than on what I'm going to talk about here. Andy Public gets his phone nicked by a migrant who runs into the hotel, and they have to go and get the phone back. The smoking weed in the hotel, all the migrants, and it stinks of weed apparently. And the police rock up 3 or 4 times in the course of these events, and nothing is said at all about the weed or anything at all. And the police just leave again, and it's again kind of two-tier policing. If it was anybody else who was smoking weed here, the police would have something to say about it. So, and I do think they do something about the phone, but looked like something was being done, but who knows what? Probably next to nothing. There's even one of the migrants got a tag on. He's got a tag on his leg as well. That's on Andy Public's, because DP Audits turns up a little bit later than Andy Public. So good videos, both of them though, and good action and good stuff happens, to be honest. Including this, right, to speak to a left winger for quite a while here. This is quite a long, it could be 20, 25 minutes, 30 minutes long here with the left winger. 30 minutes of this fucking idiot. So I probably won't play it all, to be honest, just due to time constraints. And I only do half-an-hour videos, and if I don't speak for the rest of this video, I still won't get through all of the left winger. And I probably will have to stop it and call him a tit or a word of some form at some point. So, yeah, probably won't get through it all. So if you want to listen to that, he gets chest off in the end. I maybe won't play that bit when he gets chest off by another YouTuber. Because again, it's good content. Go and watch the end of the... I'll build it up. Go and watch the finale on DP Audits, maybe. Just because I probably won't get that far, to be honest. And I've spent another minute now telling you all that. So, here we go.
Disgusting, pedo supporting terrorists, aren't you? You're not welcome.
And they're smoking weed around there.
No, I was just filming. Another one's got electronic tag around his ankle.
For getting his bits out.
Electronic tag around his ankle, yeah. So I don't know what
why
that's
are
all
you
about.
supporting the rape of white children?
I'm not, mate. I'm
Yes, you are. Yes, you fucking are.
Right, I love people, man.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
We're
Otherwise,
all
you'd be
people.
with us.
Right.
We care about.
I love all people. Yeah, he's... some of the argument here, he's right and he's wrong. He's right and he's wrong at times. But his kind of philosophy is, let's just let the migrants rape everybody and prosecute them when they do. That's kind of his philosophy. Because they've got civil liberties, they should be able to come here, do what they want, but if they break the law, we prosecute them. But if they're raping girls and children and fucking their lives up forever, that's all right, according to the left winger here. But we must prosecute them after they've fucked these people's lives up. So he's a complete arse, to be honest. He's literally... DP Audits fucking does him right in with saying we should check his hard drive because he sounds like a paedophile. Absolutely does him at the end of it. Well worth a watch. And... yeah, anybody sees this guy at any protest ever for the next God knows how long, this guy's getting called pedo every day of the week.
About kids, you don't.
No, you're wrong.
I'm wrong, am I?
Yes, you are.
I'm wrong. Okay. Can you tell me why I'm wrong?
Because these people are just like you, right? Coming here to threaten them, right?
Nobody's been threatened. No one's threatened. Okay, nobody's been threatened.
Sitting up there on tag. I spoke to one geezer, he's on tag, from, I don't know where he's from, he's not from here, he's on tag.
Okay.
And he's on tag because he showed his bits to kids. Okay. But he's still in the hotel.
That's wrong.
Is that fair?
Will you condemn that?
Have you got kids?
What the rest of them?
Have you got kids?
No.
Have you got kids?
Can I ask you a serious question?
There's
a lot of stats coming about the disproportionate crime rates from certain ethnic back places these people are coming from. Does that concern you?
It's white people, man. Right?
No. Do you know what disproportionate means, don't you?
Yeah.
Right? So 9.7% of the foreigners in the UK last year committed 28% of the sexual assaults and 20% of rapes, yeah?
Yeah, those are made up, mate.
That is disproportionate. Of course they are. Of course they're made up.
Yeah, like that's they're just when you tell them a fact that's been done by some sort of government body or some sort of analysis, they it's made up. That's the argument every time. Do you know what I mean? It's unbelievable, to be honest. It's like I was just watching Charlie Beach there, and he's arguing with someone at the end of the video about Israel. I see Saha TV's maybe coming to meet Charlie as well. That'll be good as well if him and Saha meet up. I like a bit of Saha TV, like. So, yeah, their arguments are always shit, aren't they? Like, honestly, all through this, the reason I brought this forth is because it proves the logic of these fucking clowns. And basically they haven't got an argument. They shift the argument all the time. So and then just say that facts are not facts. Do you know what I mean? Wait and see. It gets worse.
Of course they are. You don't think we've got the eye test as well? All right then, answer me this question then. When my pretty little 18-year-old daughter was speaking on the phone to me yesterday, saying she's now walking around Cod. She's afraid to walk around Cod. She has foreign men coming up to her all the time, trying to get into her and ask her and all this shit and that. Is that all right? Is it?
No, of course it's
not. No, because 22,000 illegal migrants have been added to Coventry in the last 3 years, and it's become a massive problem. Are we allowed to be concerned about that issue, or are we racist, horrible people for that? I'm just asking.
Yeah, 20,000 Coventry is where DP Audits is from. 20. That's like a football stadium's worth. Do you know what I mean? I don't think you can appreciate how many 20,000 people is till you see them all stood together. It's a small town in itself. Like, that's a small town in itself, 20,000 people. And yes, it's going to create massive problems, and everybody knew it would. And yeah, everyone's had enough of it. And these motherfuckers here, honest to God, like, I mean, this guy's getting called pedo for the rest of the time.
Asking because the lefties call me racist.
Threatening other people.
We're not threatening anyone.
Not one threat has been made, mate. Not one threat has been made.
The only threat
the police have been here.
The geezer come and rob someone's phone. Yeah, and it weren't us. He robbed their phone off them.
Yeah,
sorry to hear that, dude, but like...
We actually went in, I tried to have an interview with a couple of them, and they were speaking to a sound until the security ruined it.
It stunk of cannabis. I went up there and I thought, they're smoking weed, they're on tag, they're throwing beer cans everywhere. I mean, what kind of people are we importing over here? Not doctors and engineers. They're snatching my phone out of my hand. That's robbery. So what's going on there? What do you say about that?
So, do you smoke?
No.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Would you be upset if other people around here,
well, no
like
smoking.
Everyone here?
It's not the smoking, bro. Don't make the smoking it issue.
So it's not about smoking. Okay. So
why do we know hotel and I show smoking?
I mean, see what I mean? Like, he can't grasp, right? The smoking weed, right? The smoking a Class B drug in a government-funded hotel while they're here as migrants, apparently seeking asylum. And who's paying for the drugs exactly? When these people have got no money, we're paying for everything, and they're in a government-funded hotel. Now, I'm sure if the rest of us English people were in a government-funded hotel, we wouldn't be allowed to smoke weed. Right, he's as thick as fuck, this motherfucker. He thinks he's a clever cunt, but he's as thick as fuck because he can't understand the question.
Over and doing things that we wouldn't approve of, and they're allowed to still stay here. That's the only thing, bro. I don't care what race you are, what religion you are. Don't come round here and do the shit that you're doing.
Yeah. So these people are getting on tag.
If I was on tag for the same shit, I would not be here, bro. I'd be locked up somewhere, bro. I'm going to be watched, bro. But these are allowed to freely walk out, get paid to be here.
I think that's how tags work, mate.
Bro, so what? That's fine. Is it fine?
It's
Is it
valid.
fine?
They
Have you got
yeah.
kids? No, you said
right,
you haven't
but
got
clearly
kids.
you're saying
You
that
have
this
not
is
got
being dealt
boundaries.
with by the police.
And his boundary is
Right.
greater.
You've got no kids, so you don't understand, bro.
Dude, I have a family.
You don't. Have you got kids?
Dude,
Do you live,
Have
can I,
you
can
got
I ask?
family has kids.
Do you
right?
live
What are
in
you
have
close
you got
proximity
kids?
of here?
Have you
I
got
live
kids?
within 1.8
Why
miles.
is that a thing? I don't get
Why?
it.
Because most of these are coming over and playing with kids, watching kids at park, waiting
they're
outside
not.
the school.
They-
You for real?
yeah, you're
The whole
blind.
reason this is here because someone was over Sutton Park wanking over at some kid. Are you for real? This is why people are here now.
Yeah, I mean, it's every day. Like, it's every day something's happening. A 12-year-old strangled by 2 people. I mean, there's been as well, I've noticed, I'm not quite sure of the, what's the word I'm looking for, the circumstances around it, but there's been a girl murdered in London at 2 o'clock in the morning, in Romford, there was a last murdered. They're not quite sure what's happened there. There's a 14-year-old been murdered in East Yorkshire, possibly, by a 16-year-old, apparently, but I'm not sure what's going on there. That's 2 murders in the last in the last day. I'm sure there's probably more, to be honest. Britain's massively falling to be like America, and yeah, it's really going to bagwash out here. It's really going to bagwash. Gremlins in the machine here. For some reason it won't load from this point.
I'm protected.
It's not about all of them, it's about what they're doing, bro.
No, I'm not.
So what are you here to do?
What are you saying? That's the silly thing.
So you're here to defend them, right? Aren't you? That's what you're doing.
I'm here to say that
you're here to defend them.
people threatening
You're
these people,
not,
right?
Can I ask you a question? Do you live in close proximity of here?
Yeah.
Where?
Well, I used to live up just the road here.
No. I've asked you a question.
Yeah, I'm not telling you where I live.
No. But I tell you what, 10 mile, 20 mile, 30 mile, 40 mile.
Somehow.
40 mile. I live 1.8 mile up the road. I've got a 16-year-old and I've got a 9-year-old. Don't look at me like that, because I'll be honest, you're coming across very patronising.
Yeah, I don't know
You've got to understand people's...
No threats
There hasn't been no threats at all.
But we understand that some of these people are okay, the nice people.
Right.
But how do we sort out the minority of them? How do we know which ones are right and which ones are wrong?
So, are you just? Would you not just leave that to the police?
Can't
the
you
same
just
way
answer that
you do with
question? You don't
everyone
have to
else?
direct question, answer the question.
We have
Why
been
would
for the
you
last
not? Why
4
are you
years.
not leaving?
Because when a migrant gets his hands on a child, right, the police can only deal with it afterwards. The damage is already done then, isn't it?
So you've got to understand
So you
that.
should go to prison for.
No,
Yeah, but we don't want to, I mean, listen to him again, like, he hasn't got kids, but I haven't got kids, and I can fully grasp the concept that you do not want your women and your children fucking raped, and they're mentally fucking unstable for the rest of their lives from what they've suffered from. Maybe being scared of men, maybe even committing suicide later down the line, because it depending on how bad it was, maybe even getting murdered in the attack. And you want us to just mop this up in the aftermath and prosecute people, when all these people here, and most of Britain, would rather we didn't have these attacks. And if we remove these people, we won't have them. And this is, honest to God, there's a YouTuber nearly fucking punches his lights out. He has to guard before the end, because a YouTuber nearly fucking does him in, because he's standing there saying it's all right. His 14-year-old daughter was asked to sit down by migrants 135, and he's standing here saying that's not weird, that's fine. And the YouTuber, honestly, he nearly fucking knocks his fucking head right off.
I'd actually have really nice migration centres, where they've got all the amenities they want, and they can't walk around the streets.
We're all going to prison for that.
We did not say that, did we?
Is that okay? No, that's not okay.
Would you house them in your house? Would you house some of these in your house?
You don't make me laugh, you don't make me laugh. You don't make me laugh though. We've walked up here today, yeah? We've walked up here today. Yeah? We're not causing any trouble. What about the migrant who walks in a woman's house? What about the migrant who walks in a woman's house? Was it yesterday? Didn't even get arrested.
What about the Nuneaton 12-year-old girl, where 2 migrants together? Think about how sinister that is, walking out of a HMO. 2 of them. So you're saying, why are the public worried and protesting at hotels? And you wonder,
sinisterly walking together.
no, 2 migrants kidnapped a 12-year-old girl in Nuneaton. You're not hear about that? Yeah, not great, is it?
I'm not against immigration. It's illegal immigration.
They've got to be vetted. Who are they? Who are they exactly? Who are they? They could have been
What do you think's going on here?
Sorry?
If they're not being vetted,
They're
what do you
not
think's
being
going on
vetted.
here?
Not one person, there's no recordability. Do you not get that? There's no recordability at all.
This site being operated by the Home Office is not recording things.
Individuals staying in the hotel, there's no record.
You can't grasp that these people, and it's well known, that these people have thrown the documents in the water before they even get here, claiming to be any age they want, any name they want, and yeah, and they can claim any country they want. And again, this clown, he doesn't, like, he's not, they just, they wind you up, don't they? Honestly, like, they wind you up. He done well, he's standing on his own here, a left winger versus a lot of right wingers. He's given all the wrong answers. He's got no logic. He's promoting paedophilia in a way. And honestly, he's lucky one at YouTube doesn't knock his head right off his shoulder. He leaves at exactly the right time because he's about to get his head knocked off when he does leave.
No record. How do you mean? There's no recordability.
Nobody knows.
They literally get to this, come here a bit a day and walk round. No wonder the girls are getting attacked.
The shops have been told not to report any shoplifting offences.
I think you need to go back.
If it's not over £250.
Invest, you know.
That's a different thing, mate.
Of course it's not. So if a migrant was in a shop shoplifting, it doesn't get reported. It's still a crime.
This lad in white, this big motherfucker, that's who nearly knocks his head right off.
That shoplifting thing, right? A, it's not true, right? About this.
What you said it? Because you said it.
What do
Do
you
me a
mean?
favour and hold that one, make a
You said it's not true.
No, the police over there, go and ask him.
It's not getting reported because they were told not to report it because it's not over £250.
Yeah.
So what about the people? So what about the people that?
Yeah, I mean, to be fair to the left winger, the right wingers are kind of wrong here, and the YouTubers. That's got fuck all to do with migrants, this £250 crack. That's just a crack. It used to be when I worked in a shop 25 years ago, it was 50 quid at the time. It's just been put up due to inflation to 250 systematically. It wasn't it's gone up systematically from 50 to 100, 150, 200. To 250, if that's where it is now. I thought it was at 200, to be honest. That's nothing to do with migrants or anything at all. That's a rule that's across the entire country for all shops, because police haven't got the time and the resources to bother their asses with shoplifters because it's that prevalent. So it's kind of a country thing that's got nothing to do with migrants, in fairness to the migrants and in fairness to the left winger. But it's a well-known thing by the crackheads, the shoplifters, possibly even the migrants. I'm not saying the migrants aren't shoplifting. They very probably are. But that rule is just nothing to do with them.
These guys?
So what about the people that are scared to walk the dogs?
Why? Why would it be these guys?
Because there's a guy on fucking tag, he's got a tag around his ankle. What do you think he's done to get that?
Right, you guys are saying that these guys are getting fed multiple meals per day.
Of course they're
Right? That's silly.
Why do you think that guy's got a tag around his neck?
On the streets.
They're not getting 3 meals a day, are they?
Yeah, if you watch the Andy Public as well, Andy as is tagged here. If you watch the Andy Public video, they talk to a couple of migrants before DP Audits gets there, and one of them's got a tag, and they talk to them, and they even at one point go in a room and talk to people. They invite them in the room, and then the police come, and the Indian security guard tells lies to the police and said they broke into the room when they didn't. They were invited. So I did notice one thing. I've thought this a few times, but I've just never mentioned it. I've never seen once, not once, in all of these migrant hotels that everybody's been there, I've not seen one Englishman working on security. Not one. Not one security on any of these migrant hotels is an Englishman. And there's a lot in that for me. There's a lot in it. They won't put Englishmen on security because they don't want people to know what's going on in there. Is a plausible explanation as to why there isn't one Englishman on security that I've seen. Not one. I've not seen one Englishman on security, I swear to God. In maybe, 20 migrant hotels now, I can't remember seeing one Englishman. So I think there's a lot in that as well. There's a lot in it that there's no Englishmen on the security. And again, it smacks of governmental, what's the words I'm looking for? Like, it's all planned, you know what I mean? It's on purpose that there's no Englishmen in these hotels, and that's probably a lot to do with the government. So another shit show, another conspiracy, and Yeah, I don't know if has anyone else seen any. I've seen English people working in the hotels doing various things now and again, very few, but I've never seen English security, not once.
I don't allow it.
I work very closely with British Legion, right? Make sure that homeless veterans get what they do.
Well, you're a traitor. You're a traitor. You're a traitor.
They don't. Look
They
at all the
see
British
what area
sentries
you
we
want
have
to
in
screw
our
up.
streets.
I know people
that are
get
starving
screwed over
to
by the
death.
British system all the time, right?
Bollocks, mate. Bollocks.
Right, but that is no reason to attack.
Nobody's attacking. Who's attacking? Who's attacking?
They've attacked
Everybody's
us.
approach to everybody.
Look, guys, you
attacked
guys
us.
know that what has happened over the last couple
Very,
of weeks, right? You've seen the
engaging
violence at these places.
They've
Right,
attacked
There's not been one violent.
The violence that has occurred, I'll let you know, because I was in Epping, and that was because the left turn up, if
The only
anything.
violence that occurred today
Through
was
incitement.
Yeah, the majority, again, the most I've seen, and especially since even when I went to Manchester and there was 2 left-wingers arrested, only in all of Manchester, multiple protests, only 2 people arrested on the entire day, very early on, 2 left-wingers. I've seen multiple left-wingers arrested all the time. We've seen all the left-wingers arrested for the Palestine pro-action signs. I mean, the left's arrests in the last month must be what, 700 arrests to the left, to maybe what, 30 or 40 to the right, if that to the right. So yeah, the proof's in the pudding yet again. But all the left Palestine pro-action, there was at least 400 to 500 of them that's been arrested, maybe more in the course since it was banned as a terrorist group. Then you've got all the ones that are just in the fascist racism crack, and at Epping and Manchester. So yeah, it's always the left getting arrested. It's the left that's aggressive. It's the left that's violent. It's the left that's got no logic. It's the left that just argues for the sake of arguing. That's what it reminds me of. It reminds me of someone who's like, he knows he's lost an argument, but he'll just do anything he can to not lose the argument, even if it means lying. He's one of these people, like all the left seem to be these people who just don't like to lose an argument. So will make anything up, or like just deny facts in order to strengthen their argument. The fat piece of shit.
Snatched somebody's phone and broke it. That was the only thing. That's the only violence that occurred today. The police have turned up 4 times and left on every account and said they're not causing any trouble.
So yeah.
Answer that one.
But we're here.
The police have left every single time.
We have seen plenty of
The
this
police have
violence.
left
You've
every
had plenty of
single time, but
intimidation.
we're the ones in the right.
Oh, what? So Antifa and SWP are responsible for a lot of that? Do you know how many protests I cover? Almost every protest I go to where there's a counter-protest, guess which side gets arrested? Pretty much every single...
Yep, absolutely well said, DP. Absolutely well said. Every single time, the left wing. Not just that, they won't speak to any reporters, even to PAC-GB News. They attack anybody that goes near them. And just aggressive, violent people. And if you don't want to believe with them, then they're just, you know what I mean? They're just aggressive and violent. We know you don't agree with us, but we don't fucking, you know what I mean? We're not fucking... We just like leave you be, to be honest, because we know you're all wrong. That's the beauty of it. That's we can always stand on the ground of we're right on the right and you're wrong on the left. So we're not far right, but we're not far wrong. It's a brilliant, absolutely brilliant slogan there. We're not far right, but we're not far wrong. So yeah, this guy's losing this battle every day of the week. He honestly, he puts his foot in it eventually. Stand there long enough and talk when you're a fucking idiot, and eventually you'll put your foot in it.
All damn time. Not the right side complaining about immigration, the left side, buddy.
That's not true.
Well, it is. I've been it. I've got it.
Well, it is completely true again, yet again, just completely denying a fact. Everything we've seen, all the left wingers getting arrested, very, very little right. And yeah, it is an absolute fact. An absolute fact. They even said it before, DP. I watch multiple of these auditors all the time. This fucking clown probably doesn't, because he's a fucking clown. Look at him, his fucking lumberjack shirt and his fucking hat.
On my content, millions of views.
Yeah, I've seen it, DP, and I've seen it on Andy Public, and I've seen it on every YouTuber going. Every YouTuber, there's too many to name. There's that many. Migrant protests in Manchester City Centre, London, pro-Palestine action. The list's endless, and you're a fucking left-wing idiot. You know what I mean? You're standing here arguing with a load of people. You haven't said the right thing yet. Honestly, he's lucky to get out of this. I swear to God.
Just not everyone's been vetted in this hotel. How can they be vetted when they've got no ID? How can they be vetted? They've got no ID. They're the passport. They've got no ID. They could be anyone. And then they claim to be 17 years of age and then go to college when they're 24 and they've grown many beards. How's that work out?
You know what I mean?
That's how peaceful it is. The police have gone.
No ID. I'm glad he's not able to get this. They've got no ID. No one knows who they are.
Do you not think though, if some of them could be like, our concern is not the good ones because some of them will be good. But where does it come the line where you have to be like, hold on a minute, right? Is them good people really worth some of the terrors that we could be letting in?
Well, these people are just like you, right? The reason why we
from war-torn countries where they disrespect women and they haven't got the same rights, and the way they look at women is somebody like Afghan. What's the average age in Afghan? Isn't it 12?
Yes.
The age of consent.
No.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure it's 12.
Marry 6-year-olds are allowed to marry and think it's okay.
Does this not concern you? Does this not? Let's not even get into the Islam debate.
Is it predominantly male or female?
Marry a 9-year-old, isn't it?
Male or female? You can't deny that. Predominantly male. So it's the female. So can I families?
Would you leave? Would any of you guys leave your family? Would you leave your wife and kids in a country that's at war?
Would I leave my little princess? Would I?
No, would you? No.
Yeah, we interviewed one in Peterborough at the Dragonfly.
Oh yeah, is it?
He admitted he opened
Big up from that hold of that road. Cheers.
We've just been in the hotel, guys.
From Afghanistan. We asked him why he fled.
Also, one of them got an electronic tag around their ankle. I've made a video, guys.
The war's safe enough for your family, but not for you. They're just here for money. That's all they're here for.
Yeah, Cozzy got an interview with a migrant up in Manchester, saying most of the migrants, the main thing is they know they'll come here and get loads of money here. And he's an Afghan.
You did say up there that you got one. That you take the lift. You said you had some in. Is that true or not? Be on camera, right?
Sorry, what are you saying? I didn't hear you.
You said back at the entrance when I was recording you speaking to a chap, to a bald-headed chap.
Yeah, there was a bloke leaned out the car.
He said, do you have them in your house? You went, yes, I do.
Yeah, of course.
So you have migrants in your house?
I don't, but I have friends who do.
Right,
so I know, you know.
See what I mean? Like, so you got back no, but I have friends who do. Well, fuck off, you fucking honest to God.
I know people in war.
You haven't got any migrants in your house. Do you know why? Because there's no options to do that. How do you take in a migrant exactly? Where's the form for that? I don't believe it's a thing really, and I pretty much don't believe that it maybe is a thing, but I don't believe for a second that any one of these left-wingers, not one of these left-wingers that we've seen in any of these protests, has a migrant staying in the house.
Right? Who look after refugees, right?
They don't do nothing, mate.
This is what being part of Sutton Coldfield's all about.
I've just got one question, resident. Excuse me, sir. Just a minute. Excuse me, interruption. Excuse me, sir. You're here in defence of the migrants.
Just here in defence of all people.
Good man. Right, as a Sikh, identify with that.
He's all right to walk around our streets.
Now the migrants need housing. Are you willing to house migrants?
Yeah.
You will.
Good question.
You will house migrants.
Yeah.
How many spare bedrooms do you have?
I don't have any at the moment.
If every leftist, if every person.
See, like, honest to God. So you'll house migrants. So how many spare bedrooms you got? Oh, I don't have any spare at the minute. But he's got no kids, right? So he's a lying bastard. You know what I mean? Like that's the other side of all these lefties. They'll just fucking lie as well. So take your hat and your lumberjack shirt and fucking honestly, you are getting called pedo any time, and especially if DP Audits ever sees you, you are getting blasted as the fucking pedo. Absolute. Without fail, I can guarantee that. If I ever get back down to protest, it's a bit far for me. This so, DP's from Coventry, so he come up to Manchester and I went down. So I'll maybe meet him in Manchester or something again. But he's quite far down the country. So I might not see this guy myself, but if DP ever sees this guy fucking again, wait and see what he says at the end of all this. It's unbelievable, really.
But
He's defending illegal migrants.
I was looking at converting my living room. Right.
What stopped you?
What stopped you?
Couple sleeping
Good
bags.
question.
You know what I mean?
There was a problem with